Okay guys, we need to talk about Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, because things are getting seriously interesting. There's talk of control, jealousy, career drama. And some people are saying Timothee might actually be trying to pull away. One comment reads, "Then dump her plastic ass." Oh wait, no more private jets and whatever else she gets him. I think he is talented enough to make it on his own. Another reads, "Just break up with her if she is that annoying. The exposure isn't worth it. Millions of people can't stand her or her family anyway." So what's really going on here? Let's break it all down, because once you hear the full story, you might see this relationship in a completely different way. Now, let's talk about what's really happening behind closed doors, because according to multiple sources, Timothée Chalamet may be more than just excited about his next movie role. In fact, insiders are suggesting that diving into a new project might be his perfect escape. Not just from the usual stress of Hollywood, but from the very public whirlwind that is Kylie Jenner and the Kardashian-Jenner empire. Yes, you heard that right. Timothée is known for being incredibly selective with his roles. It's also about finding some much-needed breathing room from the overwhelming spotlight that comes with dating someone like Kylie. Being around that level of constant media attention, social speculation, and family involvement isn't something every actor signs up for. And word is, it's starting to weigh heavily on him. Let's not forget, Timothée is no rookie when it comes to fame. He's walked red carpets, graced magazine covers, and been nominated for prestigious awards. But there's fame, and then there's Kardashian-Jenner level fame. That's a whole different beast. We're talking about a family that has essentially turned personal drama into a billion-dollar brand. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some sources close to the situation have floated the idea that this relationship might not have been purely romantic from the beginning. According to them, it may have started as a classic Hollywood PR setup, a strategic coupling to boost buzz for both sides. Think about it. A rising Gen Z heartthrob paired with a global beauty mogul. Engagement numbers spike, paparazzi follow, fans obsess. It's a win-win, at least at first. But here's the catch. As time goes on, the stakes get higher, and what started as a headline-making fling might now be pushing towards something more serious, maybe even more serious than Timothée bargained for. There's even talk of people in Kylie's circle pressuring him to make it official. Yes, we're talking proposal-level pressure. Now here's where things really start to heat up. One of the most talked about flashpoints in Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner's relationship comes from a new film project he's working on, reportedly titled Marty Supreme. And while the film itself is already generating buzz, it's not the plot that's making headlines, it's the scenes. Specifically, the kind he's said to share with his co-star, Gwyneth Paltrow. According to multiple reports, Timothée and Gwyneth have some very intense scenes in this movie, and we're not just talking emotionally intense. We're talking full-on intimacy, the kind that can stir the pot both on set and at home. While those kinds of scenes are nothing new in cinema, they've become far more structured in recent years, thanks to the intimacy coordinators, professionals hired to make sure everyone feels safe, respected, and comfortable during steamy or vulnerable moments on the screen. But here's the twist. During a recent promotional interview, Gwyneth casually dropped a bombshell. She and Timothée actually waved off the intimacy coordinator. That's right. They felt so locked into the moment that they asked the coordinator to step back and let them do their thing. During an interview with Vanity Fair, Paltrow teased that she and Chalamet have a lot of sex in this movie. The actor, who is gearing up to make her big return, also shared that she was surprised to learn there's now something called an intimacy coordinator. Paltrow later added, "Girl, I'm from the era where you get naked, you get in bed, the camera's on."
Apple found out, of course, Timothée Chalamet was in it, then that sealed the deal.
It's like, yeah, Mom, you have to do this. But then this photo.
Yeah, that was bad.
This one went, oh yeah, that is. Now, when that happens, did you get just messages, texts?
Yes, it's just like you're trying to have this scene and then, it's a private moment and then there are paparazzi and then it was like all my mom group texts were like,
oh my God!
Oh my God, they were on fire.
So, Jenner was furious after coming across Paltrow's remarks about the intimate scenes in the film. It allegedly led to heated discussions with Chalamet. Moreover, the lovebirds may have disagreed over the same. The source claimed that a complete unknown actor has no problem being intimate in movies. But Jenner doesn't like it. Allegedly, Kylie was not thrilled to hear her boyfriend's name brought up in such steamy context, especially by someone like Gwyneth, who has a long-standing place in Hollywood and knows exactly how much weight her words carry. Hearing about that kind of on-set chemistry in a public interview reportedly pushed Kylie to her limit. Sources say the fallout behind the scenes was immediate, heated conversations, tense moments, all stemming from one interview clip that made it sound like Timothee was far too comfortable getting up close and personal with someone else. And while Timothee himself seems largely unfazed because it's part of the job, Kylie reportedly doesn't see it that way. She's said to have strong feelings about how far is too far when it comes to passionate scenes. Okay, let's talk about the debate across social media. On one side, you've got fans who are fully convinced that being seen with Kylie Jenner has given Timothée Chalamet's public image a serious power-up. They point to the numbers, how often he's trending, how many headlines now include his name, how much broader his reach has become since the two started appearing together. For them, this pairing is a marketing dream, the kind of visibility most celebrities would kill for. But that's only half the story. There's a growing wave of people who feel the exact opposite. That instead of being elevated by this relationship, Timothée is actually being overshadowed by it. And not just overshadowed, potentially held back from reaching his full creative potential. These fans argue that the constant noise surrounding Kylie and her family has shifted the spotlight away from his work and placed it squarely on his personal life. Across Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, people are calling out Kylie's alleged possessiveness, suggesting that she might be steering the narrative a little too much. They're asking the tough questions. Is Timothée free to take the roles he wants? And just when you think things couldn't get more complicated, this is where the real storm begins to brew. According to insiders close to the situation, Kylie Jenner may be doing more than just weighing in on Timothée Chalamet's love life. She might also be influencing his career choices. Yes, there's growing speculation that Kylie has been quietly steering him away from certain projects, especially those that involve romantic or intimate scenes with other actresses. Now, on the surface, it might sound like a girlfriend expressing boundaries, but behind the scenes, it's raising some red flags, particularly among fans and critics who believe this could be the beginning of a much larger issue. Timothée isn't just another celebrity actor. He's built his entire brand on selecting daring, emotionally layered roles. Think about his most acclaimed performances. They're raw, risky, and often push the limits of storytelling. And let's be honest, romantic tension, physical connection, and vulnerability are essential parts of those narratives. It's part of what makes his performances feel so real. But if he starts turning down roles that challenge him, not because of his own artistic instincts, but because of relationship dynamics, what happens to the momentum he's built? Just when it seemed like the only voices in this story belong to anonymous sources and internet speculation, someone very real and very close to Timothée Chalamet has spoken up. And her words are making serious waves. Yes, we're talking about Nicole Flender, Timothée's mother, and until now, she's kept quiet on her son's high-profile relationship with Kylie Jenner. But in a recent interview with Curbed, she was asked directly about her thoughts on Kylie. Her response? I have to say, she's lovely. She's very nice to me. That single line is now going viral, and here's why. It marks the first time someone from Timothée's immediate family has gone on record about Kylie, and it wasn't cold, calculated, or vague. It was warm, it was kind, it was personal, and it signals something bigger than just casual approval. It hints at real connection. This lines up with what sources close to the couple have been saying for months, that Kylie and Timothée have become even more serious in 2025. From their red carpet appearances, including the BAFTAs and the Golden Globes, to their recent Coachella outing, where fans decoded every glance and gesture. The two are no longer just dating. They're making a statement, and it's not just Timothee's mom who's on board. According to Daily Mail and People, Kylie's entire family, yes, the whole Kardashian-Jenner crew, have welcomed him with open arms. One insider even shared that Timothee spends time with Kylie's kids when he's in LA, saying her family loves that she's dating him. They've seen such positive changes in Kylie. She's the happiest. Let that sink in. The happiest. For someone constantly in the spotlight, surrounded by scrutiny, and burdened by a massive brand, that says a lot. Insiders told Entertainment Tonight that they're more than just infatuated. They're protective of what they have. While they still maintain a level of privacy, they've stopped shying away from showing genuine affection. Whether it's public PDA, cozy trips, or subtle nods to each other on social media, the message is clear. This is real. So, for someone as deeply immersed in the craft of acting as Timothee, walking away from bold roles, award potential, and legacy-defining projects isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a loss of purpose. And if outside pressure, no matter how well-intentioned, starts pulling him off course, it could create serious cracks in both his career and their relationship. All right, that's the tea for now, but something tells me this story's far from over. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this love, PR, or a ticking time bomb? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.